Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode, another rant from yours truly, Recency Bias Radio, and your humble host, Dave Smith. I am here for the Brady rant, the 12th rant. I was going to save this one for the weekend, but I just got done watching this live episode, and I got to let all y'all know, man, this editing is complete bullshit, okay? I'm going to get right into it. Julie. How you gonna go up to Elena? No, that wasn't even Elena. That was Cody. How you gonna go up to Cody as soon as he get out the game and you ask him questions about his daughter? It's interesting. Y'all left the part out of the edit where the other side of the house, Kevin found out the information. Y'all included that much, but y'all didn't include the part where he snitched on Cody. Y'all left that out the edit to protect Kevin and to protect Paul and all of his several different people that acquaintances and whatnot that's on that side of the friendship code. You protected all of them. So why bring it up in front of Cody now? Right? Why wait for Cody to be already out the game? You already said he has no chance of coming back in. Now, are they saying that now to set up for the future of a curse, mainly might turning into another battle back? I don't know. But these production, they will do everything in their power to guarantee not only Paul stays in this game, but to also make sure that their ratings stay where they're at. From what I'm being told, they're consistently at a 6 million mark. Okay, but after watching this episode, I'm over here peeping game, and it's like, how dare you? Because you guys have to think about this. Julie is the front woman. I'm not trying to get attacked by the feminist army here, but at the end of the day, she's the front man. She's the front of the production. Okay, she is the franchise player. She's the face of that team, right? When people think of Big Brother, they think of Julie. They don't think of the motherfucker who's behind a camera asking questions about getting stains on your boxers and shit. Okay, they don't think about that guy. Okay, that's the guy Paul knows, right? We talking about Julie, the person every casual, every watcher of the game, everyone knows her, right? So she has a certain responsibility to keep the integrity that the production refuses to keep because she's the front man. She's got to keep you guys in this mist thinking that it's fair. So my whole thing is, why are you asking all of these questions when you already know the answer to them, Julie? And then why are you acting like you were legit kind of scared what Cody might do if someone says something negative about his daughter on stage? Julie, unless you were going to do it, there's no way Cody would have got that mad. I don't know why she looked like she was so threatened, but it just goes to show she's on Paul's side. She might talk a lot of shit. I've been reading some articles here and there about how she's allegedly on Jess's side when it comes to this game. But if she was really on Jess's side, when Jess first told people that she had this power and made it sound more overpowered than it actually was, then Julie should have been the person to at least shut the fuck up and say, have a great night, house guest. She should have at least gave her that opportunity to let that lie stand the test of time longer. Paul read deeply into that. So miss me with all the bullshit that Julie's all of a sudden some born-again Jess fan, because we all know Julie represents production, which represents the brand, which represents the shield. And right now, the only person they care about is Paul. So if you guys are trying to convince me that she's all of a sudden on the side of the super fans, come on, man. You guys are just being snowed right now. But that's the first thing that pissed me off about tonight's episode. We're going to get into a lot of stuff in tonight's episode because, I didn't feel the need of dropping another one before this episode because everything I basically said was already set in stone for this episode. But my thing is with Elena. Now, y'all know me. I stand for my Black Queen Dom. I stand for her all day, every day. So, Elena, your first speech comes up. Now, mind you, she was sitting next to Cody, and she was sitting next to that bum Matt, who once again pulled the biggest beta move in the history of Big Brother. Who the hell is on the block? It doesn't use the veto on them damn selves. Who gives a fuck what the rest of these niggas think, Matt? You really think, oh, if I don't use it on myself, and if I use it on Jason, then they'll respect me. No, motherfucker. You have just thrown what little percentage you had left of maybe having a case to win a game. You just threw it out the window. You could at least been the guy. See, let's talk strategy for a second. If I'm Matt, I use the veto on myself that keeps Cody off the block. I tell Raven, look, we need Cody as this extra number here because clearly Jason and Alex are getting way too close to Paul. You see the power trip that Alex is on. You know, that would have been the first line drawn in the sand I would have made, because if I make that move with Cody, if I'm Matt, then all of a sudden I have 3. That's 3 to combat the other 3. Now all you got to do is fight for all of the other people. I mean, yeah, Josh and Christmas are pretty much set in stone to jump on Paul's side, but I think if you can somehow indoctrinate the idea inside Christmas's brain, if you could put it inside her brain that this is her idea, pull a Derek on her, she will do this move thinking that she now has a route to win because she came up with it. But in reality, the group came up with it. And this goes back to one of the previous rants I had where I said the best way to get out Paul is for it to be a group decision. Everyone wants to talk about, oh, it's a house decision, but the whole house doesn't realize there's more power in the house than there is power in one entity, which is Paul. It's like you guys constantly make beta male moves with the excuse of the house wants to do it. Well, if none of you get together as a house without Paul being in the same fucking room, you're never going to come to the conclusion that you need to turn on him, right? So that's all bullshit too. But Elena, I didn't lose her. Don't worry, Dom fans, I got you, okay? I'm scalding with the tea tonight, scalding, okay? I'm praying and spraying on some Call of Duty shit, okay? So Elena, so it's your time. You on the block. You sitting next to Cody, who's clearly going home. So for the most part, you don't even have to say shit. And then on top of that, Matt sitting there, the biggest beta male of them all, okay? Cody, he goes out like a G. He tries to cause some hysteria, some confusion. You know, he tries to throw Jason and Alex under the bus. Kind of backfired but I think that's the reason why Christmas ended up throwing the HOH to Jason, because she wanted Jason to prove himself and prove Cody wrong in the first place. I think Christmas was very smart in doing that, but I'm going to get into that. But I'm still thinking right now, Elena, what would make you copy? Now, I'll admit it. Dom's speech, at least the beginning of it, the dribble, the riddle, the walk that, the cripple, the ripple, the qualk that, and Christmas the cripple when popping pills. Like, I don't really know what the fuck she rapping, okay? But at the end of the day, though, I still fucks with Dom, though. And she still should win AFP. But this isn't about the AFP shit. Elena, why copy that? That was her on her way out. See, Elena was cocky, ladies and gentlemen. She was cocky. By doing that, she is trying to acquiesce and trying to placate to the majority, aka the friendship code. Ladies and gentlemen, don't get it mistaken. The only reason why she did all of that is because she was trying to take everything back to the way it was when they sent Dom home. Remember, guys, when we were all racist and one big, happy, white, privileged family? Remember those days? Let me make fun of the black girl. Let me make you all smile. Come on, don't turn on us first. Turn on Josh and Alex, right? I'm just throwing it out there. It kind of came off that way to me, you know, but they're going to be like, Dave, you're race baiting. They're going to bring out their pitchforks again. Like, oh, calm down, calm down. You know what I'm saying? But still, though, why even do that song? And why? And the thing is, she forced it out so much. She was so nervous under pressure that she couldn't even recite the whole damn thing. And you know, someone on Paul's side, when the feeds were down, were probably helping her think of the damn lines, which makes it even more of a fucking train wreck. No Amy Schumer, okay? So it's like, what the fuck is going on here, right? And then Cody, you know, he does what he does. Cody goes. So then we get into the second part of the night, the part that everyone really tuned in for. Because let's be honest, we knew Cody was going. I really was just here to see Jess throw that tea at motherfuckers on Twitter and to see Cody's final moments on the battlefield of Big Brother before his all-star appearance, that is. But yes, so yeah, Elena completely jags trying to throw shade at Dom. And shout outs to all of the dominators out there on Twitter. I saw all of y'all throwing shade at her just as I was. But so yeah, so ends up going down this. HOH gets won by Jason, who just got thrown under the bus by Cody. So of course, Jason now, you know, he's trying to take an insight or whatever the fuck that shit's called. He's trying to, you know, help his win chances by a few inches. Okay. So he's like, you know what? He says this speech. Now, this speech is the most retarded shit I've ever heard of. Okay. Okay. This is stupid. None of you are my targets, but I want the house to decide who goes home. Well, Jason, number one, if you didn't have a target, why did you win HOH? You could have just nudged it a little bit. Let's keep it real. You know, Christmas hit 2 straight ones all the way to the back fucking top bin, all the way to the back of the line, almost fell off the motherfucker. It's like she was playing air hockey or something, okay? And you mean to tell me when it's your chance and you a grown-ass man, you go halfway and just basically minor beat her? Bro, if you didn't have a target, why win it? See, this is why I don't like recruits in this game, ladies and gentlemen, because they don't even know why they're winning shit. I think Jason only wanted it because Cody threw him under the bus. I think that's the only reason. So what Cody did in a way indirectly helped someone's game in that house. It'll probably lead to Mark hating Jason more. So if Mark wins this HOH, Paul is going to find a way, and that's part of the prediction part of later on in this podcast. But I definitely do predict that Paul is going to, if Mark wins HOH, Paul is going to find a way for him to target Alex and Jason. And Paul will gladly throw Jason to the wolves if it means he gets Alex right to himself automatically. He'll take that any day of the week because he wanted Alex to himself anyway. Only reason why he made the final 3 deal with Jason and Alex was so Jason would never run somewhere else with Kevin. I mean, come on. We're not stupid here, Paul, right? We're not stupid here. So at the end of the day, Christmas throws the HOH. It's another one of these hashtag Christmas comps, okay? Another Christmas comp. You know, they you know, I just don't get why we have so many of the same comps. Have we had one HOH comp that's on a temp comp level yet? I have not seen one. And the temp comps are over this week, right? So Mark, he's getting backdoored, basically. Unless he wins HOH, he's getting backdoored. Unless someone grows some nuts and turns on the other. But in all reality, we're fucked. We're fucked. And that's why the title of this rant is called We Can't Have Nice Things, ladies and gentlemen. That was all an intro because we can't have nice things out here. Okay? Every time we get a little bit of hope that something can change, what happens? The foundation completely crumbles from underneath us and we're free falling. And we're just hoping for a new cushion to land on, you know? And it's so annoying, man. And Christmas, hey, kudos to you. You threw the competition, yada, yada, yada. Josh was acting like a damn buffoon during the double. I'm like, God damn, bro. At least save some of it for the live feeders, you know? No, the people that ain't paying for the live feeds because they can't stand you, Josh, we don't want to deal with your ass on CBS also, my G. Wait until the cameras, well, at least wait till these cameras go off. You feel it, dig me? But all in all, though, man, Josh doing too much. You're going home. You're going home. Sayonara. Talking all this shit to Mark. And shout outs to you, Mark. You know what I'm saying? For keeping it all the way G. Keeping the right mindset. Maybe Mark is starting to evolve, okay? Maybe he's starting to evolve. He was a machoke. Maybe he's becoming a machamp in this motherfucker. I don't know. But he's the only person with any rootable interest left. Because, like I said, Jess was carrying some of Dom's game with her because of the choices she made that led to Dom going home. In a way, Mark is carrying some of Cody's game with him now, which is thus carrying some of Jess's game with her, which is thus carrying some of Dom's game too. You know, I don't really care about Elena because she tried to throw shade at our Black Queen Dom. So at this point, she's canceled. But from the perspective of Mark, though, hey, we here for you, Mark, because you all we got. You feel me? But so the veto competition starts. Of course, Mark and Elena's on the block. Jason nominates them. And I'm thinking, okay. Shit's finna get real. Shit's finna get real. Because if Mark wins this, he just might backdoor. This motherfucker puts Matt right back on the block. I'm like, man, this is the lamest. Every time they get, I bet you they got some good ratings for this episode too. Because people, they made up their minds. You know, this is the last episode I'm going to watch if someone doesn't win this double HOH that I want to win. So I'm sure a lot of people tuned in tonight. Like, if this was basically their deal breaker episode. Like, all right, well, I'm canceling the feeds tonight if it don't go the way. And that's another thing. The live feeds. I'm being told the live feeds are going to be cut off tonight and they're going to be cut off tomorrow. And then we're going to have some Friday night episode of some concert again. And they're probably going to find a way to edit Elena out of that concert and Cody because it was a double. And you know how they did it last year. I think it was with Paulie. So, but I mean, strictly from a game talking perspective, you know, Alex, she's holding such a grudge with Elena. And I've already told y'all, I could give a fuck what Elena thinks because of what she decided to do tonight. But let's keep it all the way 100. Let's call a spade a spade. Let's keep it $150, right? Let's keep it a stack. You know, at the end of the day, though, okay, she lied to you about the 5K. But Alex, what about that endurance HOH competition that both of you were the last two in? And Elena made the deal with you to basically say, all right, well, I'll let you win the HOH. You just cannot target anyone that I say. Dom was in that list. Dom was in that list. Check the receipts, ladies and gentlemen, because I keep them shit. Dom was in that list. And what happened? Alex put her up anyway. Now, let's keep it real. Elena didn't even mind that Dom went home or Dom got put on the list. Evidence by the way that she tried to make a fun of her tonight, right? evidence. But at the same time, though, that still was part of the deal. Elena never once said, she never once not included Dom's name. That's my point. So, Alex, you've already broken your word to her. So why are you taking it so personally that she broke her word to you? We're talking about 5 racks here, and she's competing against 8 puppets. She knows her days are numbered. Okay. So I don't blame her at all for taking it from you. And then there's people saying, oh, she's an idiot. Why didn't she just take the fucking veto? Blah, 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 blah. Because at the end of the day, she thought there was a chance that if Matt kept it, that he would be a man about it, not a fucking beta male. She was thinking strategically, thinking, you know what? It makes sense. You know what I'm saying? Woo, woo, woo. But see, I could see the other side of that argument, because if she allows that to happen, then Jason stays on the block with her. And then she has to rely on her, Cody, and Mark's skills to get people to turn on Jason with Alex as the HOH. That pretty much wasn't going to work. So really, Elena could have set herself up to go home if Matt would have used the veto anyway. So maybe I can see where people are coming from, why they think that's a dumb move, but she still got $5K out of it. And that's more than she would have gotten if she would have just taken the veto and just lasted another week, maybe. You know, she probably would have went second in this double regardless, to be honest with you. It seems like that was meant for Mark to win. And we all know he won the temp comp. So, but shout outs to all the people flooding in. Come on in, man. Share this shit. Get everybody up in here. Let's talk strategy, ladies and gentlemen. We deep in this motherfucker right now. Live chat is booming. Let's get it cracking. But yeah, so let's go ahead and get into Elena's second speech. Notice how in her second speech, she didn't have shit to talk about. I couldn't tell if she was talking about her pet dog. Someone needs to get their teeth cleaned. I started assuming she was talking about an animal, because I'm thinking, wow, why would you put your little sister's business on TV like that? I'd be embarrassed as fuck. My older brother said, hey, Bob, don't forget to take Dave to get his condoms. Like, you know, some random, you know, I'm sure he would say that shit. But you know what I'm saying? Like, or one of them would say that shit. But I'm just saying, it just seemed like some shit you could just, all right, my nigga, wait till you get home, bro. Chill on that Lil Yachty. But yeah, so all in all, what I'm confused about, Elena, is you were so sure about that first speech. You were so sure about how you was gonna make a fun of Dom and pull off this satire. You thought you had it in the bag. You did all of that to acquiesce to these same people that 30 minutes later put your dumb ass on the block. And then all you had to say in your next speech was, make sure so-and-so gets her teeth fixed. I have nothing to say to you all. Wait. 30 minutes previously, you had a speech that they helped you create. Now, all of a sudden, because Mark wins a veto, you don't have nothing to say to your best friends? You've been flip-flopping for these bum-ass, puppet-ass, beta-male-ass, recruit-ass, floater-ass motherfuckers. Now, all of a sudden, you ain't got shit to say. When you the gossip girl. Man, get the fuck out of here, Elena. You know, the only reason why I'm going to show her some respect is because she fucks with Jess. And I fuck with Jess Hive. Because Jess Hive, that's a powerful group right there. That's powerful. You know, they got some sway. You know what I'm saying? They got some low-key Janelle Perzina type sway. You know what I'm saying? Taking me back a little bit. But yeah, though, so. But yeah, I just don't get the hypocrisy there. You know, she had this speech planned out. Then all of a sudden, when she knows she's going home, she has nothing to say. You know, you're all going to the jury house. Why is everyone acting like they're not going to all see each other again? And it's going to be funny because they're going to all be pissed because someone turns on them the same way that they've turned on others. And Cody's going to be chilling up in there, waiting for them to get back. And I just can't wait to see Cody's reactions to all of these tapes. Because, you know, when people, now that jury starts, we can start talking about these dynamics. You know how, like, when people get eliminated, they always bring, like, a VHS tape or, like, a burned DVD or some shit of, like, the past week of what's been going down. But it's, like, limited footage. It's not with the confessionals like we see on the, like, normal show. It's, like, something that's more bare bones, you know, and sticks and stones and whatnot. So they bring that. I can't wait for Cody to see all this footage, ladies and gentlemen. I can't wait, because Elena walks in, he gonna be like, I tried to tell your dumbass 2 weeks ago. You know what I'm saying? Let's say Mark was HOH. Hey, bro, a mark my words moment. A mark for mark my words moment. Or is that a mark my words for Mark moment? A mark my words for Mark moment. Hashtag that shit. Trying to say that 5 times without stuttering. But a mark my words for Mark moment. I think if Mark wins his HOH, he's definitely going to put up Alex and Jason, because he's going to feel like, you know what? You both took out my best friends. You took out Cody and you took out Elena. and I'm gonna go Incredible Hulk, and I'm gonna think very linearly. And that's my biggest problem with Mark. I just don't see anyone being in his ear and being able to put him on game with what he really needs to do. He's been talking a big game this week, like Paul really needs to go. But if he wins this HOH, based off what just happened in this double, he played it cool. I was really shocked he played it as cool as he did. I thought he was gonna really lose it when Elena was gone. But he kept it together, and he seems to be, playing the game pretty well right now. Everyone's looking at him like, why is he so cool about her going home? Everyone kind of has that look, like that side-eye look on their face. I was really peeping game on that note, but you know what I'm saying? Josh is pissed. He wanted him to go. He wanted Elena to go too, but I don't know. Josh is just a weirdo. But, I mean, this game is so bad right now, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, like, for really though, even the Paul fans, like, do you really like this? Like from a final, what are we at, the final 10 now? Final 9 maybe? From a final 9 perspective. Yeah, I think it's final 9 because it's a 9-person jury and 2 people just left. So from a final 9 perspective, ladies and gentlemen, is this season, is this shit down the stretch going to be good? I'm hearing there's going to be another temptation. Wait, you guys went from telling us there's only 3 temptations to telling us they're gone, to telling us you can only have one, to telling us, oh, you can only vote for this one time, so be sure about it, to all of a sudden creating a temptation comp, then creating a Christmas comp. Now you're all of a sudden creating another temptation after the temptation comp is gone. I mean, damn, just say the temptations aren't going nowhere. Didn't they call it a summer of temptations? Why do they keep habitually line stepping over whether their twist is there or not? It's like, what the fuck? So battle back isn't possible, but some random twist is? I bet you it's something that's going to benefit Paul. And I've had several people come out of the woodwork lately and try to tell me, well, how do you know it's rigged? You don't have any proof. And see, they stumble upon all of my videos late. So they haven't seen the entire, well, let's just say discography of rants. You know what I'm saying? So they haven't seen how many things we've discussed so far. They can only talk about that one time capsule of information. And I always say, just keep watching, bro. Just keep watching. Because in this situation, we've been discussing it. We've been discussing all this shit right before it happens, and we cannot stop it from happening, And it's crazy because when Elena leaves out of the house, she's talking to Julie. Julie's asking her about her and Mark's relationship. What did y'all notice how Elena was addressing Julie? Did y'all peep game on that? Elena turned into a completely different person than the one I've been seeing in the house. Now, maybe y'all have been seeing it because y'all been watching more feeds lately, but didn't Dom get crucified for the most part in this house for her strong religious values? Wasn't Elena one of the main people who was calling her a cunt? Wasn't she the one who was calling her a lot of these derogatory phrases and names and nicknames? Wasn't she the one calling her all of that? And wasn't that predicated over her jealousy about Mark, mixed in with the fact that Dom was being alienated, but mainly which centered around the fact that Dom was religious, which came back to her archetype? So what I find very ironic in this as well, and which is more hypocritical on Elena's part, is she pulled the religious card. She's on her way out the door towards the jury house, and she's over here talking about, oh, if my Lord would like me to be with Paul or be with Mark, I will be with Mark. Like, why are you answering questions like this? Like, that sounded like friend zone McGee right there. Hey, Mark, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna have a lot better options than Elena to choose from, especially with her blow up doll action going on. She on the blow up doll side of the game. You're gonna be able to find much better than that, Mark, because you've been on TV now. So don't just settle for that because you can get it, okay? You got to weigh out your options, my brother. Got to weigh out your options. You know what I'm saying? I forgot the the name of the zodiac sign with the scale, but you got to weigh out your options, my G. Weigh out your options. But is it the Libra? I can't remember. But yeah, man. But all in all, though, man, I'm trying to think of scenarios if Mark doesn't win HOH that we could actually get someone on Paul's side turning on one another. Because that's really the part that Recency Bias Radio can maybe come up with. It would have to be a variation of Kevin winning it, Jason and Alex. No, I don't know if Kevin has the balls to do it. And you know what? I don't even want to root for Kevin to win the fucking HOH, nigga, fuck your turkey. You know what I'm saying? I don't even want this. Hey, you gonna come out? Just come out to Massachusetts, come out to Southie, hang out with me and some of the boys, open up a restaurant. Like, everyone thinks this man is so charming, and I'm just sitting there like, man, This nigga, man. Look, if he was threatening at all, he'd be gone already, okay? The dude ain't winning the game, okay? He's not winning the game. No disrespect towards Kevin, but at the end of the day, what is Kevin doing right now, okay? What has he done? This double eviction, it seemed like Kevin was just trying to survive. It seemed like if Jason wouldn't have won it, it seemed like it was a high chance and a high probability Kevin would have somehow got targeted in this situation. But I think Jason was the one person who couldn't initiate that back door. It just wouldn't make sense for his game. And long term, he can't be the one to take out Kevin because he needs Kevin's vote. So that made sense from that perspective. But I mean, I'm really trying to think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Who would be the first person to turn on somebody in this alliance? I truly feel like it would take Paul. I think Paul's legitimately the only person that will shoot the first shot because no one wants to do something that Paul won't approve of first. So Paul has to lead by example and be the first one to turn. And once he turns, please believe he's going to leave. I have a feeling Paul is going to knock out everybody and leave it just couples. I think that's what he really wants to do. And I think technically Josh and Christmas, you can count them as a couple. So I think he wants Josh and Christmas to be over here, Alex and Jason to be over there. And I think he wants Matt and Raven to be over there. I think he wants the final 7 to be that 7. And I think he wants Kevin and I think he wants Mark to go back to back. But the problem is, because I think Paul really wants this season to wind up how last season did. Remember how last season it was like 3 couples left, right? It was Paul and Victor, but it was Paul and Victor as a couple. It was James, it was Natalie, and then you also had Nicole and Corey, okay? So I think he's just sticking to this because 2 people together will always be a great shield for one person who is so overbearing like Paul is. But the thing is, since it's 3 couples, Paul can't just act like he's cool with all 3 of them. It's going to get to a point probably after this next week that's happening. It's going to get to a point right then and there where Paul's going to have to choose a side. Because once you get rid of Mark or Kevin, now all of a sudden, okay, put it this way, if Mark is gone, now everyone is trying to make Kevin their 3rd number, right? To initiate something versus Paul. And the only people that really make sense of this situation are Jason and Alex. But Alex is so far up Paul's anal cavity that I just don't see it happening without some shit stinking. You know what I mean? So I don't really get how that can happen. Now, think of it on the flip side. Let's say Kevin goes home. Mark stays in. Somehow he wins veto or he stays in over Kevin. Okay. Now, who would pull Mark over? I think I would put more stock into based off of what happened with the fight, because you have to think about it. Jason put up Mark and his excuse was, well, Alex versus your girl Elena, collateral damage. Well, now Mark has that same excuse versus Jason. Well, hey, you got my girl out and Alex got into a fight with her. You're collateral damage right now, motherfucker. So in reality, though, Mark wouldn't work with them in a final 8 scenario. Mark wouldn't work with them. And he wouldn't work with Paul. So that's 3 people out of the 8. That's 4 people out of the 8, including Mark, that he wouldn't work with because he's one of the numbers. So that means there's only 4 other people, right? And that is Josh and Christmas, who Mark went out of his way to put up. Y'all notice during the HOH competition, he put them against each other. So I don't suspect that would be his first 2. So that means Mark, his only way to make it deeper into this game is going to probably involve Matt or Raven or both. And the worst part about it is I don't see Raven, because Raven is farther up Paul's anal cavity than Alex is. I know it seems impossible because she's deep up there. She's in a crevice that can't be found. Right. So I understand why people would assume, well, no, there's no way. But I mean, come on, you see the way they're editing this show right now for Alex. They're really trying to make her come off like some charismatic protagonist in a way. Like they're trying to make her seem like the sympathetic figure while they're hiding things in the edit that would immediately make her look like an asshole, like saying Cody doesn't really have a daughter or saying Cody was never really a Marine. But they're not gonna, well, never in the Navy. You know what I'm saying? But they'll never say that type shit. You know what I'm saying? They'll never put that shit in the edit, but they'll put some shit in, and it's because who she chose to align with. This is an edit based off of alignment, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first of its kind, because in past seasons, you would have protagonists, you would have antagonists, but the things that made the antagonists into all-stars was the fact that we got their fair side of the story too. We got to see some mistakes that the good guys made, once or twice. Okay. And this season, we don't get to see what the bad guys do wrong. So all we can think is they're the good guys. It's like they say, history is written by the victor. And when it's all said and done, years from now, people are going to talk about this season like Paul just masterminded it. And they're just going to gloss over the fact that production made it as easy as possible for said strategy to unfold. And that's the saddest part, man, because, you know, I'm texting people are hitting me up. They're like, yo, man, this shit, I thought it couldn't get any worse, but it's truly gotten worse. You know what I mean? I just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, and Alex is out here telling Josh and Jason that she thinks she has Mark's vote locked up in jury. And it's like, what kind of recruit gameplay is this? You're telling people what votes you got locked up now? And this makes them want to keep you in the game for what reason, Alex? You know, it just baffles me. Like, people tell me all the time, oh, man, Cody don't know how to play the game at all. I don't know why people love him so much. Jessica don't know how to play the game at all. I don't know why they love him so much. None of these motherfuckers know how to play the game either. The difference is they were able to realize they didn't know how to play the game, and they decided to suck the teat of Sir Paul. That's what they did instead. They said, you know what? I could go against the powers that be right now, and I could be someone who's a cult figure, who's someone people, well, no pun intended. Let me take the word cult out of it. A living legend, someone that everyone fucks with. Or I could be Paul, who's a cult figure, who has the friendship cult. You know, I could be one of those two things. Well, I'd rather be neither one and just follow Paul. Fuck it. You know, people remember alliances. You know, they own that action. And this might be the first season ever I can remember where we haven't had a single hashtag with an alliance name. Have we? Ladies and gentlemen, have we? I don't think we've had one. Usually in past seasons, we'll have something, Renegades, the moving company. We'll have something. But it's like, what the hell is this shit? You know, the strategy is at an all-time low to the point where people don't even care what they're called. You know, hey, man, we're just called Beard and Puppets. That's the name of our alliance, fam. Yeah, man. Go ahead and sell some shirts for me, man. Yeah, for sure. You know what I'm saying? It's like, this shit's trash, dog. Like, and honestly, I'm looking at everyone's game right now, and I'm trying to figure out who really has a legit chance out here of beating Paul. You know, because no one beats him. No one beats him. No one is willing to win any HOHs to say they won more comps than Paul, besides maybe Alex now and Jason. And they plan to go to the end with them instead of getting them out early. So it feels like the only people with a chance to beat him, they're doing everything they can to guarantee he wins. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense, ladies and gentlemen. And, you know, this week, I just been chilling, man, you know, and with the live feeds cut off, we pretty much got to wait until Saturday to check out what else is happening. And mark my words, it's going to be some bullshit to go down. You know, it's probably, man, look, I suspect every week from this point further, there's going to be some type of fight because it's only going to get dirtier. Okay, because at this point, they've been so dirty to all of these people they were willing to say are the ops. But now they're going to have to turn on each other, which is why, mark my words, this week, everyone is going to play nice. Paul is going to most likely try to throw this one because it should be pretty much set in stone pre-HOH that Mark needs to go based off his comp wins. He's building a resume. But mark my words, if Mark wins this veto, they will get rid of Kevin, and that will turn into a situation now where Alex and Jason, their one win condition is thrown out the window. Because for Alex and Jason, instead of guaranteeing this final three with Paul, they need to be getting something done right now with Kevin, Christmas, and Josh. They need to just create a 5 out of that group. Okay. And if you don't want to add Josh and Christmas because they could be too close to Paul, you got to add Mark, and maybe you could go 4v4 clash versus Matt, Raven, Paul, and Christmas. Maybe. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It really depends on who shakes out in that final 8, right? It really depends on who shakes out. But if it's up to me, because of how these HOHs have just been Christmas approved, wheelchair accessible comps, okay, since they've been set up this way, I fully look forward to it being something that a 10-year-old could probably finish. So if it's something that a 10-year-old could probably finish, then we're probably going to have someone win an HOH that's going to make so many people rage quit the live feeds, they'll probably never buy them again. And it's sad, man. And also, I want to get into UCBS because a lot of people are pissed off right now because CBS is charging the people who have been paying for feeds. They're charging them $6 a month still, but then they're allowing other people to get a month free right now. I'm not talking about people who canceled their fees and got a month free like I did. I'm talking about they have some promo right now in between this Star Trek Discovery shit and this Big Brother shit. Okay, they have some promo right now where you can get the live fees free for a month, but they're making the people who have been paying for it every month pay for this month. And now people are incentivized now to go ahead and cancel them shits just to reorder them. CBS, why should people have to do all this dumb shit? Just give it to them for free this month because it is free this month. Like, what the fuck is you doing, fam? You know what I'm saying? Like, but see, that just goes to show they don't care about our dollar. They care about it, but they don't care about it enough to do us favors. They will let us just be stupid and be in our own world, go to work, come back home tired, crack a cold beverage, and just watch or something before they'll ever let us know that there's a chance we could get something for free. But all in all, though, I'm pissed off at Julie for how she came at Cody. I thought it was a little bit of underhanded there. It was almost like she wanted to discuss some live feed shit when the live feeds were kept from the edit. I just felt it was Bush League. It's like, hold up, you want Cody to make everything that happened this past week, you want him to get the last say in it and make it okay when he wasn't the one in the wrong to begin with? That's the same thing they did with Dom. They made her be the better person. And I was okay with that because Dom is the classy queen. But when you keep doing it, it becomes a pattern and that becomes behavior. And right now, production has shown us some behavior of motherfuckers who don't care about all of the people on the outside. All that they care about is the main characters of their show. This is like a Broadway play where people die every week. Okay. And it's, you know, it's like Guess Who or some shit. And these motherfuckers got all these motherfuckers that are like paid actors on this motherfucker. And they don't even care. You know, Elena, people throw her under the bus, a fight starts, you know what I'm saying? And trust me, I saw the whole Josh fight with Elena, ladies and gentlemen, that you guys saw for a little bit on tonight's episode. That was all bullshit. That was all bullshit, okay? That was them setting her up to begin with. She was eating with them, minding her own business. Everything was cool. All of a sudden, Josh says, you know what? Let me start some shit with her. And Josh has been such a buffoon now. He can troll people and keep calm now because he's built up that type of behavioral pattern. So now people are ready for Josh to turn up on them. So they got their guard up, ready to turn up back to keep him from turning up progressively. And now Josh is using it as a strategy to make them seem like the aggressor, when in reality, he's the one who's establishing all of the conflict to begin with. But it's not helping his game, though. He's once again just doing more field work, okay, more pawn work for Paul and for Christmas and for all these other people. And they didn't show this in the edit tonight. Christmas jumped in that argument several times, and she gave Josh points of emphasis to hammer home with Elena, and she kept continuing. She kept making it go into rounds. Like Elena will win the first round, and the group is kind of pissed because she put everyone in their place. So then all of a sudden, you know, you guys saw Alex jumps in, and then Elena puts her in her place. But Elena, she should have just thought of this immediately. Look, we made a deal when we was in that endurance comp. Did you keep it? Okay, then shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Thank you. Come again. She should have hit her with that shit. She could give it a JB Fox. She should have gave her that shit and kept it moving. You feel it, Demi? And then Christmas, you know, round 2 is over. She already gave Alex, Elena already gave Alex them proverbial hands. So now all of a sudden, you got these motherfuckers running up to Josh like Christmas. She's rolling over there. And squeaky wheel and shit. Oh, you should say this to her, and you should say that to her, because I remember you telling me that she didn't say that when you was there. Like, it's like, man, look, if Josh can't, look, why does Josh need help from women to debate women? If this don't sound like some beta male, man, come on, man. This is what I'm talking about the female tendencies things, Josh. You need help from a woman on debating a woman. You know, I could see a man asking a woman for some help on how to pull a woman. But Josh, you were just dancing with this chick, doing, you know what I'm saying? You were just dancing with her like 3 minutes prior in the edit, and now all of a sudden you're starting shit with her. So the editors, either they're trying to make Josh look crazy, or they're trying to make the people that associate with him crazier for even liking him in the first place. But either way, they make Josh look like he won every single battle when he doesn't win them. He just grabs some shit. He can't do that no more. So all of a sudden he calm now. Josh, why couldn't you be this calm guy when the game first started? Maybe somebody would have rooted for you that cares about strategy. Maybe you would have conducted yourself with some strategic acumen. I don't know. But it's too late to be all calm, guy, now. And that's why I can't wait. And people are asking me, hey, Dave, is your Final Four still intact now that Marco or Elena has went home tonight? Yes, it's still intact. You tell me who is going to get in between this Raven, Paul, Cersei, Rousey, and Josh Final Four. I want you all to comment below and tell me what you think your Final Four will be. Because we can't have nice things. And I personally believe the Final Four is going to be that. You know, I think that's what it's going to be. I think Alex and Jason are going to get a rude awakening really soon. And if Alex does get brought back in this game, I want you all to take note. It is going to be because of what demographic she represents. It won't be because her gameplay. Because we have to remember, Asian James made a second season when he wasn't a good game player. But he represented a demographic that has never been tapped into before. So I just want to drill that point home as well, because you know, it feels like there's a little momentum from production right now to try to push Alex into that all-star tier. And I'm sorry, you're not. She's not even above Dom, and Dom was only in the game for 3 weeks. You feel it, dig me? So no, nah, get him out of here, coach. But all in all, other than that, I mean, we just gotta wait. We got 2 days to wait, ladies and gentlemen. So I don't really know what's gonna go down, but I just hope somebody grows some damn nuts. I just hope. As a super fan, that's all we can hope for. You know what I'm saying? But I want y'all to comment below. Tell me what you guys think the Final Four is going to be and why. I think Alex and Jason, I think they got it coming for them. I think the next 4 people that are going to get evicted leading into this Final 5, I think it's going to be a variation of Kevin, Mark, Alex, Jason. I think they are the 4 to go next. I don't think at this point you can even go up against it, because Alex and Jason are the only ones showing that they can win anything in this fucking house. So Paul is going to eventually turn on them. This final 3 is not going to last, bro. This deal Paul created just to make Jason feel at ease, because he knows Alex is closer to him than Jason. And it was, like I said before, it was designed to pull Jason away from Kevin. So now that we all know that, we can move into next week. Hopefully Mark wins it, but he's not gonna win it. He's not gonna win it. They not gonna design some shit. It's funny, like it felt like this veto competition today was designed for Mark not to win too. You know, you seen how it was puzzles and shit. They don't want to give a swole guy. They don't want to give him something that uses up some cardio, some brute strength. No, you know, my whole thing is if they picked Christmas for this season, you would think they would create some comps to allow her athletic prowess to shine through. So the fact that we're getting all of these terrible sitting in your fucking recliner, falling asleep, napping halfway through during the commercial break comps, the fact that we getting all of this boring shit lets me know that they had some backup competitions lined up. They gave some to the temptation comps, some of the physical ones, but for the most part, as long as Christmas is in them games, them shits have been swapped for something else. Big Brother Canada 6 is probably going to get the real endurance comps. Matter of fact, mark my words, if Big Brother, because I'm hearing they're ran by some of the same people, not the actual comp design, but in terms of like the producers and stuff like that. So I want y'all to look forward to this. So Big Brother Canada 6, if we see some comps that are way too fucking physical, we going to go, yep. That's the shit they intended for Cody, Mark, and Christmas. That's the pre-ankle snap twist. I mean, pre-ankle snap comp. That's what that is. You know what I'm saying? We're stuck over here with these sweetest day comps. You know what I'm saying? These trash bag ass recyclable comps. These shits is trash, but all in all, man, shit, it's like 9:50, man. You know what I'm saying? I think I've pretty much given everybody all of my thoughts going into next week, man. I really hope this game can catch itself from becoming as bad as it already is in my eyes. I already told you guys it's top 4 worst season ever. You know, well, worst 4 season ever. It's the 4th place season as the worst. So I mean, I would say it could only go up from here, but seeing as Cody and Elena just win, even though I don't really give a fuck about Elena, but the idea of Cody going, no battle back being in sight, yeah, this shit's over with, man. So, you know, but But yeah, so look forward to the future episodes. I'll probably drop one in the middle of the week, or maybe depending on what happens right after the feeds come back, I might drop one for you guys on Sunday. You know, I fucks with y'all a long way. I want to thank everyone who came here and tuned in live. We passed the 100 viewer mark for one show at one point during this recording. So that is a record. You know what I'm saying? You got to take baby steps out here in this rant game. You feel me? And I am the rant god. But thank you for listening to Recency Bias Radio, where no one is safe in criticism. This rant is entitled "We Can't Have Nice Things." And if you could, please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And I appreciate it, man. But y'all enjoy y'all night. Everybody who got work in the morning, man, try to forget about this episode and just go about your day. You know what I'm saying? Pop some podcasts in and just enjoy the rest of your day and mellow it out. Because Big Brother, for the most part, I don't plan on talking about this shit for a while. You know what I'm saying? Not until the next rant. You know, you might see me on Twitter. But by the way, follow me on Twitter at SmithDogTrail. Also, you can find a podcast on iTunes and SoundCloud. And yeah, man, thank you for listening to Recency Bias Radio yet again. This is our 12th rant. Look for episode 13 to come soon. All right, man, y'all be smooth. Stay safe. Got it.